out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field. Kinda drip as a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With a stiff on, spin move, in zone.
Tonight, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. As we'll see Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins versus Cam Newton and the New England Patriots.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Miami Dolphins. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Pats have taken. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Lead to Scott Miller.
And to give this time to the tailback. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots add... And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now, as he's on to punt for Miami. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27 yards.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Carry for the running back.
He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. For the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
2nd down.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taking it about the 16. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He hasn't had his best day. They have been good running the football, and they have the lead, though, so maybe he just personally wants to improve his play.
And that's without a doubt, because at the end of the game...
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their time. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest.
And they give this time to the tailback. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off. Let him chew up the yardage in big plays. And your team's winning. The only people upset, the fantasy guys who may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Again, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 14. First down.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Dolphins 10.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incomplete. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30.
The ball carrier.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
28-yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 20. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
7-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
We're thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Pats, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop to 9-5.